Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, to the second episode of this week. It is the international episode, and we are starting off hot with the video that Miggy just showed us. So, if you guys listen to our North American episode, and we're going to throw it back just for a second to the CPL segment, and the goal that shouldn't have been a goal, and the goalie that should probably never play goalie again.
If you guys want to know, watch the highlights for the Forge versus the Vancouver FC that was played on July 1st. It is the second goal scored from Forge at the 64th minute.
I have never seen a goalie stare at a ball and watch it basically kick itself in
Dude,
past this
I
point.
got even better. A goalie got looking.
Like, when you told me that he just kind of let it in thinking it was wide, I thought it'd be like, one and a half, maybe two body lengths away from him, and he didn't dive. No. He could have reached down and picked it up next to his foot.
Yeah. So with
And
that,
So with that low light
the
of soccer,
sad part about that is it wasn't even a fast shot.
and it was from far.
very
It literally walked in.
Yeah.
Now, with that low light of soccer, we got some highlights of soccer.
From the
Well-
highest stage.
We will still start with a low light and ripping the band-aid off. Canada's out.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's get there. Let's get
It's not a low light. It's just sad.
Yeah.
It's not a low light.
So, Canada won against South Africa.
Mhm.
Which, hooray.
Hooray.
They made the first round of 32.
Yeah.
First knockout ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first knockout win ever, and thus our first time in the round of 16.
Yeah.
Ever.
Then Brazil beats Japan, no surprise. But Paraguay beats Germany.
We talked about this
Yeah.
last episode. It still baffles me.
I'm still haunted by the fact that Germany is now going to be known for the two 7-1 victories and losing to Paraguay.
Yeah.
The dichotomy of what the German football community is going to be known for is immaculate.
In some recent news about that game, though, the player that refused to take the penalty will never be playing for Germany again.
Oh.
That's
Interesting.
not surprising.
He was disbarred from the German Football Board.
Ouch.
What about the three other ones?
They were reprimanded,
Okay.
but he got disbarred for the reason that his entire team relied on him, as he was the most experienced.
Well, he's also a penalty kick merchant.
Yes.
It's his job.
It's kind of his thing. He's sort of like, in baseball terms, he's the designated hitter.
Yeah, there's no chickening out. There's
It's
no
like-
I'm too nervous.
It's like Cristiano Ronaldo chickens out on a penalty.
Yeah, like there's a difference between a player going, "Hey, this isn't my specialty. I don't usually do this. I don't want to let the team down." There's a difference between that and a player that goes, "Wow, this is my thing. This is my time to shine. This is the reason I'm here." And going, "I don't wanna."
Yeah. Now, in other games, I know we just repeated the games that are June 28th and 29th. So Netherlands did lose to Morocco. Now, here are some games that happened afterwards.
Afterwards,
The
yeah.
last episode. Cote d'Ivoire actually lost to Norway. No surprise. But the surprise is how close this game actually was.
It has been a competitive World Cup.
As Norway only won to Cote d'Ivoire 2-1.
And the second goal was scored in the 86th minute.
Exactly. Now, France took care of business against Sweden.
As
3-0.
expected.
Mexico, as expected, won against Ecuador 2-0. And now we get into the
new matches.
Well, there's still few. Belgium beat Senegal 3-2.
which Senegal
That-
should have won.
I was so ready to bet money on Senegal winning this, and I'm glad I did.
Well, they were up 2-0, and they lost
3-2.
3-2. So U.S.
Yeah.
beat Bosnia, no
Sadly.
surprise. And then
I was hoping the upset.
England beating Congo 2-1. Again, should have been a bigger margin.
Expected outcome.
Should have been a bigger margin, and after Congo scoring in the 7th minute
Yeah.
to open up that game,
So Congo opened up the scoring too.
Harry Kane had to take matters into his own hands and score in the 75th and 86th minute.
Oh wow! It took them until
Yeah.
took them until the end of the game. Not just Not just to lead, but to equalize.
Yeah.
Spain beat Austria 3-0. Portugal and Croatia, there's a lot of controversy on this game.
Well, there were 3 disallowed goals.
Yes.
That's more goals than we're actually. Well, that's as many goals as were counted.
And one of them is very questionable because the same thing happened to Ronaldo a couple of years back. And he was like flipping, saying, "Oh, I touched my hair. It should be my goal." And now a player from Croatia, the ball goes towards him, but it doesn't really change direction. But the ref calls it offside due to the fact that it supposedly touched him, like saying like it
They
touched
brushed
his
his
hair.
hair.
They brush his
In
hair.
a post interview, he said, I think I might have felt it brush my hair." But like,
But at the same time, yeah.
Australia gets beat by Egypt in
Penalties
kicks.
4-2.
I was kind of surprised. I thought Australia was going to take this one personally.
Me too. But after I watched those penalties live, they deserve to lose.
Fair. Capo Verde coming off of a stellar performance in the FIFA and ending on a stellar performance, only losing 3-2 against Argentina.
Everybody's favorite love story.
The thing is, they
the
only lost to an unlucky own goal.
Yeah.
In the 111th minute.
Crazy.
Like, this game could have gone to penalties.
Should have gone to penalties.
Do you think in penalties that goalie would have...
In penalties, I think...
we would have seen the biggest upset
known to FIFA.
That'd been crazy. And Ghana's love story with Chris.
Because after that game, in an interview, Messi did say this was one of the most frustrating matches I think he has played.
Yeah.
Because he just could not score.
Vizinha will forever be remembered.
It's crazy. Now, Chris, I'm sorry. Ghana's out.
Honestly, they made it much further than anybody would have expected. So I'm still happy with my prediction.
It was also one of the most boring games I think I've ever watched.
Colombia should have honestly cakewalked them.
I mean, they kind of did, quotation marks, because they scored in the 14th minute and then they just parked the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you go
Tough way to get out.
You go to the round of 16 that has started in July 4th. Canada is sadly out 3-0 to Morocco. I kind of expected this.
As we kind of don't have our captain.
Yeah, and like it's still Morocco.
Yeah. It's Morocco. We didn't have our captain. We weren't at full strength.
No.
Although they did give us false hope in the first half because it was 0-0 going into I think the 50th minute or something.
Yeah.
And then Morocco decided, well, you guys aren't a soccer country, so.
Well, the thing is, if I had a penny for every time Canada lost an international game even in different sports, because we were missing a captain due to injury, I would have 2.
Yeah.
This year alone.
Yeah. It's a tough way to go out, but I don't think we could be any prouder of the boys.
Oh no. Great performance.
Yeah.
Top 16 at World.
Yeah.
And now Paraguay, after kicking Germany out,
barely lose to Mbappe.
Barely. Like, I was astonished when I saw 1-0.
1-0, and the only reason they scored is because of a bullshit penalty in the 70th minute.
Yeah, it's usually the case.
Now, that game, honestly, wasn't clean. When I say there were 3 yellow cards, and none of them were on Paraguay's side.
Oh, okay.
France came out to murder and barely left a scratch.
Yeah, that might be. I wouldn't say favoritism because, right? Like, if it's a yellow card, it's a yellow card.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when it's all against one team, you kind of know what's going on.
Now, Brazil is out. Holland took care of business.
The Viking.
The Viking yoinked Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that thread that's been going on.
The entire World Cup is just gonna be like, who gets to end up with custody of Hatsune Miku at the end of this? And I'm here for it.
Honestly, Hatsune Miku is a Viking? Sign me up. We'll take it.
And then England also gets the only 3 goals Mexico has allowed in this.
Entire tournament.
Yep. So you got Brazil out. You
Bricked
got
up
Mexico out.
Brits.
Dude.
You have players now like Ronaldo
Retiring.
Neymar's retiring. Pacho from Mexico, the goalkeeper, he's done. Modric from Croatia, he's probably done.
Yeah, my generation of football is coming to an end, and it's
Yeah.
kind of sad to see.
All you have right now is Messi and Harry Kane.
Yep.
And that one guy from Colombia.
James Rodriguez.
Exactly. So, it is a very interesting time right now in the soccer world.
Yep. Now, upcoming matches. Switzerland, Colombia. Colombia should just take this, but the Swiss made it to top 16.
So I'm going to interrupt you there really quick because you made a comment about Cristiano Ronaldo retiring.
I did not. He did.
There were one of you did. We never reported the score of the game or as to why he's retiring.
I skipped over that for the good part. Okay. I skipped over that for the reason that I did not want to cry. Portugal is out of the tournament at round 16 for a goal that they allowed, and I shit you not, if you look back at that goal, what the hell were the defenders doing?
Spain beats Portugal 1-0. And it's very sad, Cristiano Ronaldo's out. But as Canadians, the good part of today is that Belgium beats the USA 4-1, despite some interesting ruling from FIFA on that one red card. And these
this entire red card dispute. Now, I come from a very traditional football point of view.
Yeah.
So I think it should not have been revoked. It's just, this is a clash of because I saw some online forums going back and forth at each other. And this is genuinely just a clash of ideologies and just people in general. Is that American people in general are looking out for the justice in the system. If it was a missed call, they want to fix it, even if it's after the game.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas European or traditional football viewers or those countries in general are
if it
more,
happened during the game.
If it happened during the game,
you can complain about it, but there's no calling it back.
Yeah, there's no calling it back, and you have to follow the bureaucracy.
Yeah,
is mainly the thing.
That's how these sports have survived so long.
Yeah, so I understand from the American point of view as well, that should not have been a red. It should have been a yellow because it was a first offense.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do anything about it. It was in the moment, and the intention was to go for the ball and not for a foul.
Yeah.
So it's a yellow. But a red was given due to the severity of the foul. That ankle looked painful.
Yeah.
So
made me squirm a little bit.
So shouldn't have been a red, should have been a yellow, but the red is justifiable.
Yeah.
One thing is for sure though, it should not have been called back.
No. And Belgium took care of business.
Yeah. Belgium did file a complaint with FIFA, but they filed it earlier today. So
see, but
they didn't have the time.
Well, okay, they didn't have the time, but I also read that in the response, in the official response, it was also stated that, hey, you guys weren't part of the game that it happened in, so you don't have a say.
Or they absolutely do.
Because I read somewhere that was either the sentiment or
well, that was the sentiment of the American people.
Oh, okay, that must have been what I read then.
That was the sentiment of the American people. Is it didn't happen in the game, and you just scared of the US. So the Belgium team was like, okay, we'll follow the procedure. We'll file a complaint. If it doesn't go through, we'll just take care of business.
We'll show you how scared we are. Anyways, that was all I wanted to interrupt for. The game's going forward.
The game stats. I want to talk about these. US had 6 shots, 2 on target. Belgium had 15 to 7 on target.
Yeah, I feel like there was a bit of aggression they got to let out.
And as well as like if you look at the possession, passes, and pass accuracy and stuff like that, US is leading that. But the thing is, if you looked at the match, I was looking at it on my second monitor earlier today.
Mhm.
Belgium just decided, you know what? Play with yourselves.
Sit in your own
Like
area, pass it
legitimately, the time that US team spent on Belgium's half was about 30 minutes of that game.
around. Oh, jeez.
They could not get past the half line. US had 10 fouls, 2 yellow cards.
Okay.
Belgium had 9 with zero yellows. Like it was not. It was a one-sided affair.
It wasn't competitive.
It was a one-sided affair.
Well-
and am I happy?
That also dictates that all 3 host countries are out.
In the round of 16.
So
I mean, North America is not known as a soccer powerhouse or even a soccer competitor usually. So the fact that all 3 host countries got this far is honestly really impressive.
I will say I was gonna go and vote for France due to my heritage,
Mhm.
but it's really hard not to vote for Norway right now.
Dude, we are all on the bandwagon. We are all Viking rowing.
Oh hell yeah!
Well, the Vikings are facing England, the British.
I forgot that was the matchup
Is
coming up.
Haaland gonna destroy another one of your childhood heroes?
No. Tony Cruz is out.
Goodness, but yeah, no. So
Kane's next.
Kane's next.
I mean, tomorrow it's Argentina against Egypt. Argentina
And
coming off of the heels of escaping Capo Verde.
Exactly. As well as the entire sentiment around the world is against Argentina.
Oh, just because they beat everybody's sweetheart, or
No.
oh, what happened? I am out of the loop on.
Yesterday, there was some fire lit under the Argentinian fans because somebody, well, a lot of somebodies,
A lot of somebody's, yeah.
essentially said y'all nearly lost to an island worth with 150,000 people.
I mean, yeah.
And 95% of the Argentinian fans went 1942 Nazi.
Oh, okay.
And essentially just went full racist, death threats, fire set
Oh, they got extremely defensive and decided to like attack
people.
Okay. Well then.
So the entire world, even South Africa, is behind Egypt.
Okay. I did not know that. Well, go Egypt. Messi, I'm sorry that your fans are crap, I guess, but hey, or
Yeah.
your country's fans, but
Yeah, so the sentiment around the Twitter that I was surfing earlier for news was essentially, what did my country do wrong from some of the Argentinian fans?
of course that's the first game of tomorrow.
And that's the first game
Yeah,
of tomorrow.
and then Switzerland, Colombia, which will be interesting. France, Morocco.
With France barely coming on through not unscathed with Paraguay,
My gut says
Morocco.
like my brain says France should win.
Yeah.
My gut says really close game. Probably Morocco.
My gut says Morocco. France looking shaky against Paraguay.
I don't know, Frenchman. What do you think? Oh, he's giving us the face.
It's yeah, my mind's telling me like
France.
one of those. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yeah. Well, my mind's telling me France, and my body's telling me Morocco.
I mean, just shake it like you got.
And then following that on July 10th, Spain versus Belgium.
Spain.
It should be Spain, but
Should be Spain, but who knows?
But also Belgium did just beat the USA, so like
Go US.
like not go US, but like go Belgium. Like you beat our rivals, so like you go for it. You have fun.
And then July 11th, Saturday, 3 p.m. Boys, Norway versus England.
Bro,
We're rowing over that sea.
bro. I mean, the fact that it's at 3 p.m. We could watch. Wait, we could watch it.
We could watch it,
We could
yes.
watch it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I honestly, I feel like Norway winning this is just kind of written in the books right now. If Norway doesn't win, I feel like the whole world would just be sad.
As well as, I think you have a reason. We have the reason why the CPL is going on another 11-day break. It's the World Cup playoffs.
I mean, it makes sense. You know,
I think even the players of CPL want to watch this.
It's all about viewership.
Yeah.
All about viewership.
So it makes sense.
It's been a good tournament. We got some good games coming up. Some real hopeful bangers here.
I'm gonna bounce it off to your rugby corner real quick as I organize my notes.
Yes. So Rugby Corner is, I have nothing for leagues. I just have the couple of tournaments that started this past weekend and the scores to go along with it. So the Nations Championship had 6 games. They were all played July 4th, so 2 days ago. New Zealand beats France 34-32. Japan beats Italy 27-10. Ireland beats Australia 33-31. Wales beats Fiji 39-24. And Scotland beats Argentina 47-38. Now, you may be wondering, well, Chris, that's only 5 scores. Well, I would like to offer the fact that those were the close scores. And then South Africa decided to beat England 45-21. We're bringing back the... Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was the first day of games. They have, I think it's 3 more games, at least of sort of round robin play.
Okay.
July 10th is New Zealand against Italy, and then July 11th is the other 5 games. There's sort of for like the game 2 matchups of Australia against France, Japan against Ireland, Fiji against England, South Africa against Scotland, and Argentina against Wales.
Okay.
Now, the other tournament going on, the World Rugby Nations Cup, also played their 6 initial games on July 4th. We had Georgia beating Uruguay 41-34, Chile beating Romania 48-31, Tonga beating Zimbabwe 36-26, Canada drawing with Spain 42-42.
That's possible.
I honestly wasn't aware of that in rugby. Although I guess it makes sense. They use the same kind of time system as soccer, so as long as they allow draws, they'll allow it. But that's pretty big for Canada, seeing as Canada is only just kind of becoming a rugby, even like team, really. I mean, we've spent the last few decades just with no real sort of rugby teams or even like
interest.
Or like, yeah, even interest. Like competitive
acknowledgement.
Yeah, like competitive rugby in Canada has been absent until very recently. So the fact that we're just playing in this tournament and able to draw against other countries and a country like Spain, that's very good. That's very impressive so far. USA beats Portugal 30-29. And the blowout of the week, Samoa. So the scary Samoans that you mentioned last week when I mentioned the teams and the countries competing here, absolutely destroy Hong Kong, China, 66-19.
Okay, I know how I'm gonna sound here,
and I'm not gonna let you make that comment because I know where you're going with it.
But the size difference.
It's all in the genes.
It's the big feet. It's the big feet. They're just big dudes, you know? No, but I mean, all of these games were close, and then Samoa just decided, so what's a competitive game? Because this obviously wasn't. July 11th is the next day of games. Uruguay versus Romania. Samoa versus Georgia. I pray for Georgia's safety. Tonga versus Spain. Chile versus Hong Kong, China. USA versus Zimbabwe. And Canada will face off against Portugal. That is all the rugby I have for this week. And I am a very, very sad boy in a very, very sad rugby corner.
Well,
but with the corner getting smaller, we are adding a little bit of spice.
We are adding a sport that I have not done my due diligence of covering because I keep forgetting to, realistically, because I haven't been watching it. But Wimbledon is a thing,
Oh yeah.
and tennis as a sport is a thing.
Oh yeah.
And I'll be honest with both of y'all and the whole audience. The only reason that I was reminded that Wimbledon is a thing is because I got a notification from Sportsnet about some Canadian tennis players who are making it quite far in the tournament.
Mm.
So the men's singles and like men's singles, men's doubles, women's singles, and women's doubles, they're all pretty much onto the quarterfinals already.
All right.
In the men's singles, Canadian Felix Auger-Aliassime beats Alejandro Davidovich Fokina in 5 sets to move to the men's singles quarterfinals. So we have a Canadian in the quarterfinals. And what does he get? Djokovic.
Oh Lord. Lord have mercy.
He gets the godfather of tennis.
He got the Joker of tennis.
The Canadian boy makes it to the quarterfinals, makes his country proud, and he runs into the man.
So, like, if he wins, next week's podcast is gonna be something. It's just gonna be us just sitting there like,
See, here's the thing.
Next week we either witness the murder.
I'm expecting him to push Djokovic to 4 sets. That's my expectation. If he somehow wins, I'm turning a whole episode into just tennis because what do you mean? Djokovic got to be playing a Canadian. I love Canada. I love this country. But the number of elite tennis players that we have is not very big. It's not very big. So, but congrats to him for making it to the quarterfinals of Wimbledon. And along with Felix, we have another Canadian making it pretty far in the tournament. Canadian tennis player Gabriela Dabrowski. She's competing in the ladies' doubles alongside Brazilian Luisa Stefani. They will face off against the pair of Storm Hunter and I think it's supposed to be pronounced Katie, but it's Caty, so I think it's Kati. Kati McNally for a spot in the quarterfinals.
okay.
So we have one Canadian in the men's singles quarterfinals. We might have a Canadian woman in the women's doubles in the quarterfinals. So we've got some Canadian pride going into the last few rounds of Wimbledon, and I'm disappointed in myself and us that we hadn't been covering it until now, but I'm glad that we have remembered to cover it.
Speaking of Canada, Canadian cricket is making a comeback.
Oh, brilliant!
July 16th to August 2 is is the span that it's going to run over.
Yeah,
with 6 teams, all of which are essentially in the Toronto region. Brampton Blazers, Mississauga Skyhawks, Montreal Tigers, Toronto Titans, Vancouver Guardians, and Surrey Fraser.
Yeah. But hey,
all in the Toronto area, but Vancouver.
Okay, but I mean, again, like there have been a lot of sports that Canada has kind of avoided, sort of rugby being one of them, but we have a team, right? Cricket has always avoided this country. But hey, we've got a league now, so I feel like as much as Canada is a very hockey country, we have finally decided that hey, we can play every sport.
Yeah, and the organizer is a newly created association called National Cricket League.
Okay.
Of Canada. So there might be an actual league coming around, not just like a 2-week tournament.
Not just like a little local get together.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Well,
I'm here for it.
I should have said this in the first episode, but Saskatoon also has sort of like a cricket academy coming up.
We do?
Yeah.
So when are you and I joining? Because I want to give this a shot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually be that good. Maybe, but I've never.
But yeah, so cricket academy and sort of just local league.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. But that is it for cricket.
So onto the motorsports.
Yes.
On to the motorsports.
The wheels.
The wheels.
I'm just gonna start calling motorsports that. Just the wheels.
F1, Charles Leclerc winning his first race in God knows how long.
Hey, good on him.
The British race, Silverstone Circuit, known as one of the most endurance-heavy circuits.
Okay. So, like, is it like a tedious circuit or is it just one of the longer circuits?
It's one of the longer circuits with insane, like, 90-degree turns.
Oh, okay.
A lot of wear and tear on the tires.
Yeah, no
Mhm.
kidding.
In second place, George Russell, 0.42 seconds behind him.
That's a solid finish.
Yeah.
Nice and close.
Lewis Hamilton in third, 0.7 seconds behind first.
Okay, so really close three-way finish.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Yeah, I'm here for it. But I mean, usually the top three kind of distinguish themselves, though. So
How about that?
I'm sorry. What do you mean about that?
Fourth place was 1.14 seconds behind.
Okay.
Fifth was 1.59.
And remind me, these are all from
First
From lead.
place. Okay.
Sixth was 2.02.
Mm-hmm.
Seventh was 2.2.
Okay.
Eighth was 2.4.
So these cars are split by less than half a second just each.
They're 0.2 of a second, so they're essentially a car's length. Separate.
Yeah. But that's where it stops, right?
Ninth place is 3.2,
Okay.
less than a second.
Yeah.
10th place 3.4.
Mm-hmm.
11th place 4 seconds.
Okay.
Now, here's where things get a little bit weird.
Right, because 10 cars finishing within 4 seconds of each other was weird.
Technically, the 12th place was Carlos Sainz
Okay.
with 4.3. He just got an on-track penalty of 5 positions.
That must have been a pretty severe mistake if it's a whole 5 positions.
He ignored like 3 black flags.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm surprised that's not just a straight up disqualification. Anyways.
But yeah, so he got a 5 position penalty, so he's in 17th with 4.3 seconds behind lead. 4.3, yeah, 4.3 seconds. I was about to say minutes, seconds.
It's like, wow, that's not close at all.
12th place, 5.2. 13th place, 5.5. 14th place, 7. 15th place, Kimi Antonelli, 8th. This is the championship leader in 15th place.
15th place, 8 seconds.
8 seconds behind
the
lead.
Okay.
16th place, Valtteri Bottas, 8.1 seconds behind. So 0.1 second difference between 15th and 16th.
Yeah.
And 18th and 19th were lapped.
So the top 17 finishers ended within 8.5 seconds of each other.
8.1, yeah.
So 8. Did everybody just decide that they really wanted to win today?
Uh-huh. And I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder as I say this. The 2 people that got lapped. Fernando Alonso.
No!
And you're gonna laugh about the next one, Lance Stroll.
Oh. You know, it kind of makes up for it.
They're both teammates, so
it makes sense.
yeah.
Poor Alonso, man.
He's stuck on Aston Martin with Lance Stroll.
Oh, no, how has he not gone insane?
The only Canadian on the grid, and everybody hates him.
Yeah, every Canadian hates him too. He's a nutcase.
Verstappen, Albon, and Hülkenberg did not finish. Now, with that DNF, spicy happens.
Yeah.
With that DNF, Verstappen's non-compete comes into play.
Okay.
Essentially, he has an exit clause in his contracts with Red Bull.
Okay.
If he is not within shot of the championship title, by the halfway point of the season,
Okay.
he can just leave F1.
Leave F1 or leave Red Bull?
Red Bull and F1 altogether.
Oh, so he's leaving. he's
With,
probably just
without
leaving.
paying any fines.
So he's probably just leaving.
And with that DNF, he is 75 points behind the third place,
okay.
which is nowhere near.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is Verstappen
He
is
has
probably leaving.
he has a chance to just bounce.
He could just not finish one more race and say, "All right, I'm done."
Yeah.
You know what? Based on his sentiment towards F1 and Red Bull in recent
general,
months, I wouldn't be surprised if he just
as well as
decides it's time.
some recent news came out. GP, Verstappen's anchor to Red Bull is not coming back for next season.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
So
no,
his race engineer ain't there next season.
Yeah, no. F1 is just losing Verstappen. I would almost guarantee it.
Yeah. But that's it for motorsports. There was no MotoGP this weekend.
All right.
Now, to close this off,
let's try not to crash out too hard.
look, man, I've had the last entire 7 days of league straight of best of fives each.
Yeah. So MSI
MSI decided that they weren't gonna take a single day off.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with the
Play-ins.
the play-ins because that was stupid.
Yeah.
That was stupid because let's start our pickups. Let's start with pickups. So I had a perfect
Play-ins pick'em.
Play-ins pick'em. You were one off.
I was one off.
So that tells me that it was very obvious who was going to make it through.
Yeah.
Between the four teams. What wasn't so obvious was the fact that it was going to be purely 3-0 sweeps.
Oh, it was a slap fest.
like T1 3-0 TL, KC 3-0
DCG.
PCG?
DCG.
DCG. Then T1 3-0 KC, then TL 3-0 DCG. And then T1 3-0 KC.
TL 3-0 KC.
Yeah. TL 3-0 KC. And then we're like, oh, so the finals of the play-in is just the same matchup as the first game.
As the day one first game.
Like day one is just final.
Yeah.
And then T1
swept
them again.
Yeah.
Now mind you, I do want to point out DCG wasn't close in any of their games.
No.
KC, other than the 3 wins against the DC, wasn't close in any of their games. TL definitely got 3-0 the first time. The second time
was a bit closer.
Should have stolen a game.
Yeah, the one game T1 had no business winning. 2
of those 3 games that T1 won, TL had the opportunity to win, so they should have walked out with.
They just got outhandsed.
They got outhandsed. I mean, they had a 6K gold lead, and they went, I don't know how to team fight. Take Elder endgame.
Yeah.
And so T1 just gets it.
Gets it. Now, moving on to
the knockout stage.
Knockout stage.
My brain.
Okay, so if we compare this year's MSI to last year, okay?
Uh-huh.
Last year, there was a total of 5 sweeps. All together. Last year was also all best of 5s.
We have
had 6 sweeps in play-ins only.
I was going to say it's either 6 or 7 sweeps in just play-ins.
Now we come to the bracket stage.
Then knockouts started.
Lion versus Furia, 3-0. Hanwha Life versus Tess, 3-0. Now here's where the fun starts. G2 versus Tess. 3-2 that G2 should have lost.
Yeah.
Because it was a reverse sweep. Tess was 2-0 up.
Oh my goodness, I remember that because I was texting.
You were, and I called you. I was like, brother, what is going on?
I was freaking out because my pick'ems predicted G2 over Tess because I was like, there's no way. And then Tess went up 2-0 and I was 1.
And those 2 games, they did not look close.
No. G2 set themselves up to lose. They really did. And they
somehow won. T1 BLG. T1 should have won that series. Now I know I am T1
I was
biased.
about to say, it's like, I know you're biased, but you're right on this one.
I know I'm biased, but if the coaching staff had just stayed in the back room and not come on stage, T1 would have won that game 5.
Yep.
Because T1 lost that game in the first 2 picks.
Yeah.
So
All right. So that was the first round. So
that was the
second
first round.
So upper bracket was BLG versus Lion. That was a 3-0 sweep.
Mhm.
That was to be expected. Honestly, Lion was going to get swept by either of the two teams from
Yep.
T1 or BLG to make it. Then the bottom was HLE
G2,
G2.
which was a spanking and a half.
That was 2 sweeps in one, essentially.
Now there was a bit of a drama around this.
Mhm.
Before the series, G2 in an interview, like all of G2 essentially in an interview said, "We're here to remind Hanwha Life why we are 6-0 against LCK this year."
Right.
And
buddy.
Zeus, on the other hand, in an interview just said, "You should say that after the series."
You're funny. Yeah, I like Caps. I know you're great, and you're like the only LEC player that I truly respect.
But you washed.
You wash. Broken Blade,
Bench yourself.
You crap.
Bench yourself.
Like I know I'm from NA, and like
I like to shit on
and NA
you.
and EU, like we like to go, but genuinely,
Because like the other series, like that was a 3-0 that like BLG Lion. Lion looked a lot closer to BLG.
yes, Lion actually looked like they could have taken a game off of BLG.
That game 1, Lion should have won, but they just flipped the mid wave.
Yeah, that was the thing about that series, is that even the casters were saying that Lion matched BLG in macro and micro. It's just the fact that BLG kept their entire game clean while Lion made tiny mistakes.
Yeah,
That was the only difference.
like
which gives me hope for NA.
yeah, because those 3 games, I swear to God, like they looked so close because Lion ended up being like 3k gold behind at 15 minutes because of just laning mid and top.
Yeah. But then they pick
and then all of a sudden every single objective is a 5v5 and BLG are going, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, like Lion would pick good fights on their terms and would win enough and catch back up in gold, and suddenly you're like, who is this team?
Yeah.
But so regardless,
now we go down to the lower bracket.
Yeah. Well, sorry, upper bracket round 3 is going to be BLG versus HLE. Probably a 5-game banger.
It should be 5-game, but we never know what form HLE is in.
I was about to
It is T2 for a reason.
I was about to say HLE should win that, but regardless. Now, lower bracket first round. T1 versus Furia.
It
feel really bad for Furia.
Okay, I feel really bad for Furia because they went out 0-6.
Mm-hmm.
Those 3 games looked close.
That's the thing, is that they kind of competed.
Yeah.
And not just like, lucky team fight flip. No, like they competed in laning phase.
Yeah.
Which is usually the strongest suit of
and like
T1
sort of just didn't hold back.
Yeah.
Like T1 usually when they're going against like tier 2 regions like CBLOL and like LCP,
you can tell that they slow down a little
they
bit.
slow down to their pace. They, test some stuff out in draft. No, game 3 was Caitlyn Lux bot lane.
Oh, they actually had to push it. Yeah.
No, T1 essentially said, actually no, game 2 was Caitlyn Lux. Game 3 was Kalista Renata.
T1 said we must
the game one was a test where the game like looked really close because Paige was playing Syndra bot.
Yeah.
And then essentially Keria said, you know what? Screw this. I want home.
Yeah. So T1 is going to face G2 in the lower bracket round 2. And I'm so glad we left this next series for last because
my pick'ems.
I'm still baffled by this. TSW routes Tess 3-1.
3-1.
This didn't look close. Is the thing. Like, yeah, I can say that because they won 3-1, but especially because like TSW won game 1 and 2, lost 3, and then won game 4.
Yeah.
Game 1 and game 2, has looked like a tier 3 team.
Mm-hmm. And it was no fault of, Cream, their mid laner.
No.
His top side just cooked itself. Like Tian, brother, you threw a game 3 against G2 for a scuttle crab.
Like
Tian had his crabber moment.
absolutely ridiculous. Like,
And from that point on, it was just GG's.
and the thing is Tess is out now in the most embarrassing fashion.
Yeah.
Right? They win 2 games against G2 just to get reverse swept, and then they go against TSW, who they're supposed to sweep just on region bias alone, and they lose in 4.
And then there's your nameplates.
That too.
Like, TSW doesn't have any, superstar players.
No.
Not even from their own region.
They're just there. They're just having a good time.
Most of these guys are first timers.
They're them rookies.
The only veteran, quote unquote, is their jungler, Tatu.
Yeah. But see, now I'm stressed out because Lion are the team that's facing TSW, and I'm kind of like,
They did just sweep them.
yeah. I'm just like, I'm looking at this going, I want like
Lion should win this because they were competitive with BLG.
Yeah, like Lion should win this, but if TSW just rides this momentum, we very well could see that.
Yeah.
And
then my pick'ems are cooked even more.
Right.
But the thing is, right? I kind of want TSW to win for my pick'ems. Because the way that the pick'ems work is the winner of Test TSW is the one is the team that I've chosen to win for the Lion match.
So see, I'm in a really weird spot here because I predicted that BLG would have been
in the lower bracket.
In the lower bracket.
Yeah.
And yeah. my pick'ems are just messed up at the moment.
Oh, mine too.
Because the way I had Lion T1 in the lower bracket round 4. The likelihood is that they face each other in the lower bracket round 3, and then one of them is probably going to face BLG.
Yeah.
My pick'ems are done for.
Oh, the thing is, TSW upsetting Tess ruined everyone's pick'ems. There is not a single perfect pick'em left.
Yeah.
Because I was looking through it earlier.
Like I predicted T1 over BLG in round 1, and then for T1 to beat Lion in round 2. So I BLG beating T1 kind of messed up a lot of my pick'ems. But TSW,
but even the loser of that would have been the team that you would have chosen to win, exactly. So you would have been fine.
Yeah, but goodness, TSW being tested is monumental.
But yeah, tournaments are just cooked, all of them. FIFA, MSI.
At least it's all entertaining.
Yeah,
that's what we got.
Valid point.
I mean, look, MSI is spectacular in both the best and worst way and entertaining. FIFA has so many storylines and upsets and obvious but also so entertaining. So as a fan, I am ecstatic.
We living it up right now.
The fans are eating good in sports right now.
Speaking of, I might do a watch party on Saturday
for
FIFA.
For FIFA. We could absolutely do that. We'll update you guys on our social media on what the plan is for that. Yeah. But definitely look forward to it.
That could be very interesting.
Be very interesting. I think I'm at work for that day, so I probably won't be a part of it. But you two gentlemen could definitely do something for that.
Okay.
So for anybody listening, watch out for our socials. We'll keep it updated on that. Speaking of socials, we will also likely be doing a post-game Mamba post tomorrow after that game is concluded and we go watch.
All right.
But I think that about does it for this week's standard recordings. If you're still with us, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us on week 27 and listening through on the international episode.